Okay, and welcome to Stars of Akarios, the latest development release, which is on now Tabletop Simulator, which is really nice. We've got an updated rulebook as well, which is really nice. It's looking really good compared to what we had before. So it's good to see that things are currently moving. Let me just resave that. And we've got everything. We've got a bit about space exploration, a bit more detailing about some examples, which are really appreciated, to show some examples of some plays in terms of attacks or whatever it might be. What else have we got around the board? We've also got space exploration, which is where this campaign part, this prologue, will take part. So we've got the Draconian system here, which is our Sparrow. Obviously, it'll be a model in the game, but we've got a story trigger here, which, as the this will tell us here, as it says down here, we go straight onto scenario 001, but we have to spend a resource, a supply. So let's do that first, and we'll try and move it on. So we are effectively going on to this and exploring this. So we go from 10 down to 9 with the cube. It'd be nice. I'll show you in a second. So going around, here is my player. I'm playing Starla. And you can see here, as I pick up things, they shadow on, which is really nice, so especially for the cubes. So moving these is going to be really nice and intuitive. Starla's got very even stats across the board, so she is good for that, with a health of 6 and a skill test of 1 on all, which you'll take into account when you move on to the world exploration. We've also got the map, which we can now place everything that we want on, because we've got these trays now with all of the components, all the lovely components, and I'll show you that in a second. We've also got the enemy dashboards. What's really quite cool about this, what I really appreciate of what they've done, well, they've put little these tokens. Now, if you don't want these, if you hover over something, press the L key, you'll be able to unlock it. If you really want to use cubes, so if you really want to use cubes, you can do. I don't think they've locked those in though. So if I put this in, I don't. Oh, it is locked in. I don't know. There's something about me that I prefer to use cubes compared to dials. It is a lot easier using dials, but for me, I'm not going to use dials, so I'm just unlocking those as we speak. Now, we could just delete them, to be fair. In fact, I probably will. You can always get these up, by the way, in game components, assets. But I just prefer cubes, personally. Okay, cool. So let's chuck a few of these cubes over here for ease of use. And I appreciate this. 9, 10, and then 11, 12, 13. That's better. That's so much better than it was. And up to up in 10s. Makes so much more sense than what we had originally. Awesome. I'm really chuffed about that. Here are all the upgraded abilities. So we've got the 4 levels of pilot ability, which is new, obviously. We've got our starting engines and weapons. We've got ship abilities with the McCurver and everything else like that. And then if we look on here, we've also got the data pads as well, which is really cool. So we'll look to do this one. Again, I don't know how easy it's going to be to. So we're on Starla, so let's grab her pad and put it up near us. Now, again, we can lock this in, so we can start to write or type on it. I'm not sure. It's not very intuitive to be able to do this. Pilot name. So you can do this if you want. So for example, oops, and grab. But it'd be a lot bit easier if this was. And again, I delete all 3D text. I don't want to do 3D text. No, it won't let me delete it. There we go. So yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. We can pop this out to the screen, which is cool, but it needs to be scripted. Ideally, for us to do it. Yes, you can grab your, where is it? Our pencil or a pen, as it were. We can like blue. We can make it blue, and then we can write all on this. But obviously, it's not great in terms of its size. But if we want to blob on bits, we can do, which is all we'll need to do on this one. Okay, cool. We're playing solo, so we've got. So I've already taken an extra dice away from this player board because it's only our ship, and I've chosen the Macabre as our ship, which has got six hull and 2 shield. I'm just going to put that up there. Also, as Brendan mentioned on the video, make sure you've got this selected to 60 degrees so that you can rotate appropriately. Okay, so we've got a modifier deck, R key to shuffle. What else we got? 6, no, camera 7. And here is our tray full of enemy goodness, tokens, what have you, everything you want, overlays, nebulas, whole shebang. So, we've got a character set up. And the first thing we need to do is go over to here. And as I say, we trigger this first story. So coming over to this board. So holding down the Alt key on anything will bring it up. I'm not going to read all the story. I've done that before. I don't think the story has changed since I last did the playthroughs. So we just go through. You can see we've got a lot more. It's a lot cleaner. You've got a kind of learn to play sections, which tells you what you're going to be doing in this particular section. Ignore the objective for now, which is eliminate all enemy ships before the end of round 6, because read pages X of the rulebook to learn how to play space combat. After reading and setting up this space combat scenario, continue with the objectives and special rules. So getting you to think about how they work. And I think they're going to tie those on, as you can see with the QR code, with the app. So, remember the special rules. If you're within 3 spaces of the Sparrow, all enemy attacks against you are disadvantaged. The Sparrow cannot be targeted. So here we go, and you can pop this up. Oops, you can pop this up to the screen, which is cool. Which is really helpful if you want to do things like this, which is see where we're going. So I do appreciate this, that we've got this kind of shaded in. The graphics, phenomenal, as always. Really, really like that. So let's go and get some of this stuff. So, obviously we just got to do this, and just remember next to the Sparrow. So we're going to have to grab the Sparrow off the board there. And we're going to put the Sparrow in 1, 2, 3. Nope, 3. There. You can see there from that area there. We now need an asteroid. So the asteroids don't come in 3s, I don't think. So, is that an asteroid? Is that right? Ooh. Well, let's lock this down. Don't want that flying around all the time. I think they're all the same. I think. Okay. I don't think we've got any big. We've got a load of. Ooh, got some new ships here and new characters, which is awesome. Here are all the statuses and stuff, and of course all of the new stuff, which is a ton of weapons and everything else. Okay, looks like we're going to be. What we can do as an easy way about doing this. So let's say we want to put this here, and we want to. You can clone this. Okay, so if you go to clone, and then you can just go plop plop. And that's the only asteroids. Oh, they're not. Are they asteroids? Yes, they are asteroids. Oh. Yeah, it does say asteroids. So clone those again, and then so going up from here to 1, 2, 3, 4 away, bump, 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 and then 2 from there, bump, bump, bump. So they're the asteroids, and just right click to deselect that. Playing 1 player, So we've only got 3 to deal with. I like the fact they're using the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, and then the 4 player. It's a lot easier to see than just looking at pips, to be honest. For myself, that's my personal opinion. So I'm really chuffed with that addition. So we're looking at Ronin. Are these Ronin Scouts? They are Ronin Scouts, and no Ronin Frigates. So just 3 Ronin Scouts. So on here, they look like Ronin Scouts, don't they? Yes, they do. So 1. Oops. 1. Oops. So if you click and hold, it picks up a deck. If you drag off, there we go. Then you can right click and pick up multiples. So let's put 1. Well, I say that, it didn't seem to pick up any multiples. No, that doesn't seem to be right. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I'll just do it the slow way. So we've got our 3 enemies. Let's go on to this board. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is do top down for enemies. So let's get a better viewpoint. Control. Is that? Yeah, that's 4, isn't it? So to set a camera, control and a button. This is control 4, and shift and the button to relay it. Let's get the tokens. 1, 2, and 3. You can left click and drag a box round as well. Right, okay. Next thing is these asteroids aren't going anywhere, so I'm going to lock them all down. And I just realised, yep, I locked those down as well. Right, so 1 is in this direction over here. 2 is... Okay. It doesn't tell me which one's 1, 2, and 3. That's the only problem, because what they had before... that might be something to think about. It doesn't tell me which one's 1, 2, or 3 in terms of activation orders. I'd presume the one closest to Sparrow and then going further away, but that is an assumption. Next, let's update these tracks. I think we've got everything that needs to be on the map, so I'm going to close that down. Don't worry, it doesn't delete it. And these have got 5, if we have a little look, they've got 5 hull, no shield. So all we need to do is just put them up to 5. And 0. I'm going to put this on here, just for purpose sake. They've got an attack base of 2, so they are some of the easier ones. They've also got the modifier deck, which I'm going to shuffle. This is the player's modifier deck, I believe. Yes, it is. I'm just going to chuck that on there. In fact, as I'm playing solo, Kaplank. I can always probably use those. Let's make some space over on this board. Never know, we might need more dice. That's better. So we've got all this space now to do all those. Right, we need their modifier deck. So this is their enemy combat Ronin deck. So click, left, hold, and drag. And give that a good old shuffle. With the R key is shuffle. Okay, so it's looking good. We've set up the board. We can set up anywhere around the Sparrow. I haven't decided yet. Let me choose my weapon loadout and my engine loadout first. Now, it doesn't actually tell us to do this, but I think it will in the rulebook. So if you right-click on a deck, you can search it, and then again, if you hover over, it will bring it up. So we've got the banking, which can be done twice. It's a really nice move, but it's not very fast. We've got the ultimate flank. I do love the flank. That is really fun. They got 3 of those. That's cool. And then the burn and flip, and we've got 3 of those. So we've got. It looks like we've got 2 banks, 2 barrel rolls, 3 flanks, and 3 burn and flips. The barrel roll is always nice to get further up, and with a free rotation. Well, we've got 3 rotations. The flank's fun, but it just never happens. Burn and flip works quite well. Oh, they've changed it. Is that even right? It only costs 1 movement dice. Oh, this has changed. So these used to cost a movement and a stress dice, if I remember rightly. Unless I got that completely wrong. That's really good for it. Oh, I'm grabbing a burnt flip. Now I know that that's the case. F key flips a card, by the way. Then close that down and then search for this deck. So Burst Fire is always fun. It does a decent amount of damage. Proton Blast even more, but you need two dice to do it. But it does 2 targets. But it's a big range. Long Shot, family favourite with Hull Breach. Is it a Hull Breach or Arm Piercing? So in terms of actually, yeah, we should probably do that. If I just click off this a second and go Shift 1. And then what we'll do is we'll put this over to, I think, somewhere. Excellent. We've got it. Oh, Pierce. Sorry, it's Pierce, not Hull Breach. Pierce. So it ignores shield. Not really fussed about that, to be honest. So I think we're either going to go for Proton Blast or Burst Fire. I think this is a bit too, well, yeah, I'm going to go for Proton Blast as well. So nicely, these should just lock into place. Perfect. Again, what I would do is lock them for now. This has got 2 supply. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why that just rotated. It's a bit weird. I'm just going to use a different cube because I'm not happy with that. For sake, close that. Right, so we've got our ship all set up. Obviously, we've got places to put our statuses. We don't have any tech, ship ability, or pilot ability, I don't believe, to start the game. Ship ability looks like it goes here. I could be wrong. I don't know. And pilot ability. Pass. Pass. I don't think it... Does it say in the rulebook how we start? So I should have perhaps looked at this. I don't think it does. I don't think it talks about the campaign. This is about how to... Types of action, pilot action, space combat, scenario setup, and then scenario setup, and you know, the scenario well considered as like waiting for that to play. Yeah. I don't think you do, because I think that's what happens in this training session. So it's called the training mission, okay? So I think we're going to get stuff when that happens, okay? So we're not going to bother with that yet, if it's anything like the original one. So, we're all set ready to go. Where do we want to head? We want to take on this guy here, which we could easily do with our Proton Blast, of course. So why don't we start here then? We've got 4 away. We're on his rear arc. So we're automatically, if we head in with the Proton Blast straight off the bat, we are getting the advantage as well. And we're close to the Sparrow. That all sounds good to me. So we got to defeat all 3 Sparrows, I believe. Was that the objective? Let's have a look. Go back one. Subjective, eliminate all enemy ships before the end of round 6. So how do we track rounds? Up here, we've got a turn counter. So we're on turn 1. Or round 1. Perhaps I should say round rather than turn, and we've got to get to the end of round 6. So 1, and then we go on to 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and then we've got to make sure we've taken them out by that point. So let's have a go. So first things first, then we roll our 5 dice because we're playing solo with 1 ship. Our key rolls dice, and we've got the attack. We could have done with this. We do have a stress. You can spend a stress to reroll. Well, you could do before. Again, it's been a while since I've played. Let me check if you can reroll dice by spending a stress. As soon as you increase stress, there's all triggers and stuff, which is really quite cool. If you get 3 or more stress, you can choose to reroll all of the dice without increasing the stress. I remember doing that. Can we? While action stress dice is once per turn. After rolling dice, players can increase their stress by 1 to reroll any number of action dice. It was exactly that. Sweet. Okay. So with that in mind, I don't think I'm that desperate to re-roll. I might just not use this. Interesting. Now, what does that mean? What is that symbol? I've not seen that before. Does that mean if I put stress dice into this, I don't have to take stress? I'm going to assume. It looks like that's what that means. Let's have a look. This is new, so sorry about this. Kind of learning alongside. Sorry, where's the move? Move action. Here we go. It should say here. After players immediately perform an action movement, choose target. Attention. When performing a movement action, shifts forward action. Doesn't have it here in the basic move 2. Doesn't show that symbol. I can only assume that's what that means, and you know is that it? If a player's stress action dice action has the stress rotate, no, it's not the stress rotate. It's a stress with a fist on it, with a thing like that combat effect. Okay, hang on. Let's see if we can come to. Tell you what, probably the best place to look is in this. It's not there. Okay, I'm not going to use it. I will ask on Discord and find out if judging by the iconography, what I'm going to assume is that if you use a stress dice for just that action, you don't gain stress. I could be completely wrong there. So that's why I'm not going to use it for this first scenario, just for this first scenario. So that's fine. Anyway, let's go with what we wanted to do. So I'm going to put 2 of those attack dice onto there. I'm going to attack Ronin Scout 1 with advantage. And if we have a look at this card, it's going to be 2. It is 2 targets normally, but there's no way of getting 2 targets in the current form. It's my go, and then it's their go. That's the way it works. So with 2 damage, okay. So we just do 2 damage. Let's see if we get any decent modifiers. So let's give that a shuffle. Is that no? So first card is a 0. Second card is a -1. So we'll take the 0. So that's going to be 2 damage on to Ronin number 1, which was in 4, wasn't it? So Ronin 1 is going to take 2 damage down to 3. No shield, so it takes it straight onto the hull. Okay. I need to stay reasonably. Now, did I take? Quite tempted to take stress, because all I need to do is just move up a little bit, so I can move up 3. I'd have to move up 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'll be away from the sparrow at that point, which I wouldn't particularly enjoy. I could do another damage, and you never know. We've got advantage. You know what? I am going to do this. Watch this. I'm going to put 1 dice into. Normally you would put your dice into there, but they're a bit big, to be honest, aren't they? So what I'd recommend. I mean, obviously that was that. They're a bit big. They're not bad actually. I don't know why some are. I don't think it'll let me put that on the card. That's definitely too small, so that's definitely not going on there. Now you can minimise the size of these dice, but it's hitting a trigger window up there anyway. So let's get that back again. Okay, never mind, semantics. So this is going to cause me to go forward and then to here. And you've got to do the orientation of the, if you look, oops, well, yeah. If you look down the bottom there, left, you can see that you go forward and then to the left. Then we're going to use that same action again. And we know that what that was. And then we go forward and bank. That's not going to work, is it? It's not going to work. So why don't we just rotate? What do we have to do? Put them into 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, actually we only have to rotate once. So sorry, forget that. We don't need to do that. We can just rotate. So we can rotate up to 120 degrees, or 2 rotations. That makes sense. That would not hit because we're looking at the front 6. Is it 6 or 7? 7. The front 7 hexes. If we have a look at the attack, the front 7 hexes are what you're attacking at. So I'm actually going to attack with taking a stress and attacking for 1, but with still advantage. I'm still in advantage because that is hitting the rear arc. So 2 cards. So 1 plus 2. It's going to be that one. I can guarantee that one. I think that's my strongest card. Or plus 0. I've not seen many might misses. So that's actually 3 damage, and I think that is perfect damage. 2, 3 to destroy. Oh, okay. That's cool. Versus the elite. Nice. Okay. To destroy our first Ronin ship. So let's put that in the rewards section. We are still 3 away from the Sparrow. Remember, down here, the special rules. As long as we're in 3 spaces, all enemy attacks are disadvantaged, which means 2 and the worst card, which is real nice. I spent all my dice, so it's over to the enemy's attack. So let's make sure they're shuffled up, and let's see what the scout is doing. So you'll notice this is different again. So let me zoom in to the card to talk about the sections of this card. So this is what you're going to be doing. This is effectively the engine that you'll follow through. If it asks for a move action, this is the move it does. If it asks for an attack action, this is the attack it does. So first of all, it's going to rotate. So if we go over to, oops, if we go over to here, and obviously I can just press Alt to bring that up. We're going to start with number 2. It's already facing us, so it's not going to do that. So it's going to go forward 2. Sorry, it's going to attack. Does it attack? No. It's going to move. So I love this. This makes it so much better compared to what it was. I think that's this absolute genius move. This kind of like multi-choice decisions, and they could be a little bit more expressive about different types of attacks and moves as well, which is really cool. So it's going to move, and it's going to go forward 2 and then bank to the right. So forward 2 and then bank to the right. It's then going to rotate to be facing, which it is, and then it's going to try and attack, but it's only attacking the front 6 squares. Obviously, we come to the end of the chain here, so therefore 2 has finished. 3's next. Will it rotate? No, it will not. Ooh, not quite sure what happened there. Again, I'm not 100% sure because it's either going this way or it's going this way, and I'm pretty much bang in the middle. In fact, I think I'm directly in the middle. No, I'm not. I'm to this side, so that's fine. Right, can it attack? No, it can't. So it's going to move forward and then bank to the right. Move, whoa, forward 2 and bank to the right. Then it's going to rotate. And can it attack? No, it can't. So that's the scouts go. They're getting into position to come after. Oh, hang on. Yeah, they don't attack Sparrow. They're just going after me, aren't they? Is that what it said? The Sparrow cannot be targeted. Yep. So it's not going on to the Sparrow. Cool. So it's back to me. So let's get these dice off. And if you lock the board, oh no, the board's locked. If you lock the card, sorry, it means that when you take your dice off it, it won't ruin it all. Really nice here. You'd have to go shift, just drag a box round, and you're going to tap R a few times. Oh, that looks so good. That's a great set. Now, sorry, I forgot to move my supply down 1 for doing my proton blast. I'm going to make a decision here. They're still miles away. I think I might run away. The other thing is we're now in turn 2 or round 2. So in round 2, we've got 6 rounds. I think getting the disadvantage on attacks against me is so big. It might save me from. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to literally run away. Now, I know that sounds really lame, but we're going to do this. We're going to do our special move, which is forward 3 and flip round, which is really nice. And then I think what we're going to actually do is get rid of our stress. So you see down here. I don't know what this means. Does that mean recycle one of your supply? Oh wow, that's new. That's made that ability awesome. Right, let's check. I think that's what that means. Have we got that action on here? Please tell me that what is on here somewhere. Must be, mustn't it? Attack. It's not going to be an attack. Combat. Oh, hang on. What's that? Updated combat. Oh yeah, the stress modifiers. Because it's got this thing called trigger now, which happens at 7 stress. So we still get this stress miss modifiers, but now we get the trigger happening as well, which is cool. Oh dear, they've not put it in. Oh, there it is. Resupply. It is resupply. Increase any of the supply tracks, the amount shown. Players can split the amount between tracks. It is that. Oh, I'm definitely doing this then. Boom, boom, and boom. For all 3 of them. To get rid of my stress and resupply my proton blast. Oh, I love it. That's going to make massive difference. Oh, how fun. Cool. That's my turn though. So let's go over to the Ronins and see what they're doing. Okay, so let's give it a go and see what they do. So first of all, number 2 will rotate Blanc to be facing. Then, can they attack? No, they cannot. This looks very familiar. So they're going to move forward 2 and to the left this time 1. Forward 2 and to the left. That's not left. That's... Yes, it is to his left. Then we'll rotate. Plonk. And still not be in his shooting arc, fortunately. So he's not going to go. He's facing already. He cannot attack, so he goes forward 2. Not quite sure what's doing this. Forward 2. Anyway, forward 2 and then to the left. 1. Rotate. Whoops. Cannot attack, and that's where he goes. So that was definitely the right decision. But now we're into turn 3 or round 3. So we got to be quick about this. So let's get our dice and see what we can do this time around. Oh, I've forgotten how fun this is. This ship. Look at that small dice. Let's get that back up to the similar size as the others. Oh, I love it. Oh wow, we've got 3 stress, which is fine because we get an automatically reroll. Okay. Cool. So, right. So we need to go for this one. I quite like the idea. You can go past ships, by the way, in this. So I'm liking my burn and flip, to be honest. And I have got proton blast, but I think I'm going to save that. Yeah, because I can do a double whammy with that anyway. So let's spend 1 to do this, to go forward 1 and bank 1. Actually, is there any point? I could go rotate, rotate. Ah, too close. Too close. I like burn and flip. I think we're going to have to go forward. I mean, rotate forward first, which is to here. Oh, it's so close, isn't it? I don't like that either. Okay, I got an idea. We're going to rotate once. Then we're going to spend this to do a forward and face them. Then we're going to do a burn and flip. Oh, I see. Yeah, good point. I don't want... The thing is, do I want to move away from the sparrow? I don't think I do, and I don't want to get stressed, so why don't we just pound him in the front and just hope that we get quite good. I think that's... At this time of the time, I think he's going to be coming in anyway. So was there any point in... Hang on, was there any point in doing this, if that's the case? Yes. No, because I can just do this, can I? Yep. There's literally no point in using that dice to do that. So let's move forward and just attack. So attacking for 2, +1. Nice, for 3 damage. On to Ronin, 2. So that takes him down to 2 health. We've got movement, and I'm quite happy with my positioning, I think. Oh no, watch... Yeah, watch this. I like this idea better. 1, 2, 3. Flip. Now, that means that I don't think I'll get... Oh, no. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? No. Stay there. They always get a disadvantage, don't they? Keep forgetting about that. That's crazy good. I can't do this because of the dice, so I'm just going to pass my turn. Okay, let's see what they're going to do. So 2... cannot hit me yet. These are looking quite familiar. I think there's a few different statuses, but so he's going to move straight forward 3 and then rotate. Normally he would have the advantage here when he attacks. He will not in this case. The sparrow cannot be targeted in this particular scenario, so he's always disadvantaged. Remember, that was a special rule. So normally it'll be a -1 modifier, but with this symbol. Now, that symbol, if we go over to our thing here, is slow. So if it hits, and if it hits me with damage, I will be slowed. Let's see what they get. So here's the modifier deck. They're disadvantaged, so let's draw 2 and have a look. So it's either 0 or 0, it's going to be 0. So it's going to be, what's their base? So their base is 2, -1 is 1 damage, so we are taking 1 shield point and we are being slowed. And that's until the end of our next activation. 3's coming in now, he can't hit, so he's going forward 3. Rotating. Come on, there we go. And again, I think I am now in his... No, his buddy is. So he misses. So 3 misses. Okay, we're up to round 4. So we are halfway through, as that is the end of round 3. I reckon we've got some proton blasts to potentially do. If we could hit off 2 proton blasts here, is that going to be possible? 1, 2, yes! Yes, it will be possible. Oh, well, obviously, no, we can't do 2 proton blasts. And unfortunately, we won't be able to do 2 of those. But we can certainly do 1 proton blast. 2 stress. So we can do our proton blast, which is the important part. But if we want to do another attack, we would have to take stress. I think that's worth it. Rather than getting, because I could just do this movement. Yeah, I could just do this movement, and I'll be fine. So the first thing we have to do is rotate, of course. Oops. Okay. So the first thing, okay. Yeah, it is fine. I think it's fine. I might not do that actually. I don't think I'm in that dire need of timing, so we're going to do this. which is going to be, if we have a little look at the card, it's going to be 2 targets. So if I zoom in, I can show you what I'm talking about. So it's 2 targets, and it's 2 damage. It also does radar jab, which gives them disadvantage, but you know, hey ho. Well, did give it disadvantage? Yes, it does. Now I am slowed. Oh yes, I'm slowed. What does slow do again? Target is unable to move on the next phase, but may still rotate and attack. Well, that's made the decision for us. Because we are slowed, we aren't going to move anyway. That's cool. That's fine by me. Let's go with the attack then. So we got no, we haven't got advantage, have we? Oh dear. So it's -1 on my attacks. Or do you do it per target? I'm pretty sure you just do it per the attack. Have they changed that? Let's have a little look with multiple targets. Huh. Choose target of ability. It says an enemy. I don't know if I can hit multiple. The Makova says 1 wild, 1 is EMP blast. This means that damage 1 and inflame the blast. Here we go. Sees Ronin Scouts strange. Scouts 1 hex frame. Ronin Scouts 2 hex away and rounds 3. Ronin Scouts 2 and 3 are EMP. Perfect. And targets both of them. Makova now draws 1 modifier card for each enemy it is in. Oh, okay. Cool. So the first one, which was number 2, which is the one in front of me, takes 1 damage because it's 2 minus 1. So it's still alive by 1 point, which is fine because I could potentially use my 2 stress to finish it. The other one is taking 2 damage. Down to 3. Okay, now I have a choice. I could try and take him out. He's got 1 health, right? Yeah, stop him from activating as well. I think it might be worth it, but just 1. I don't want to spend 2 stress. So I'm just going to hit 1 stress. So it's 1. Oh dear, I fluff. That'll do. Over to them. Oh, a different attack. Okay. So, number 2 does not need to rotate and can attack. So will attack with disadvantage for 2 base damage, no modifiers. So either -1 or +1. It'll be -1, so it's going to be 1 damage. That's my shield's gone. And number 3, and because obviously it did attack. Oh, it didn't move. Sorry, I'm wrong. It then moves forward like that. So the fact that it went yes, then you just do a move, and that's it. Right, the next one will you cannot attack. So he's going to move forward 2, rotate and attack for disadvantage, either 2 damage or 1 damage. That'll be 1 damage. That's my first whole point of damage. There, down to 5. Ooh, okay. Right, so now he is on my back arc. I think, oh man, look at this. Oh, I've taken away the slow, by the way. I should have took that off at the end of my activation. We're into round 5 now. 2 rounds left. But this burn and flip is going to come into its own now. As long as I can get the half-decent dice. I don't really want to bring up more stress. We'll see how we go. That doesn't look like more stress, and it looks like I've got a lot of damage. So we're going to do burn and flip. It's forward 3, isn't it? Yeah. Bang! Straight into them. And this has got a range of 4, so this is going to go bang and bang. So we're going to spend 2 of these into here. This could be the destroying blow. That is now spent. What do you put? I guess you just take that off the board. That's now spent. So we're going to do number 3 first. So we're going in for 2 damage with advantage. So it's either 2 damage or 3 damage. And I think number 3 has got 3 health. So he is blown. Number 2 is only got 1 health, so that's enough. I still have advantage, of course, because I'm behind him. But he only has 1 health, and kaboom! And we have completed our training mission. Now, I have played this before, so that's why that was relatively plain sailing. I did lose 1 hull point, but I did have another attack down my sleeve as well. I love the fact that this is only 1. I'm sure that wasn't just 1 movement before. I'm sure it was better than that. It was worse than that. Sorry, it took more stuff than that. Cool. Right, let's go back to the storyboard because we have now finished. So we have completed the objective. So we've got a success and a failure. So let's read the success. It takes a few seconds to sink in that the last runner ship is gone. Such adrenaline coursing through you. Your anxiety swings to jubilation. As a result, you don't immediately recognise the call over the radio. Cadets, to the Sparrow. Post haste. We have a problem. Cadets, acknowledge. So we get 5 credits. So on our player sheet here, I think. Oh no, is it on this one? No. Okay. I thought there might have been a space for credits. Is that going to be tokens in the game? But I'll tell you what we got. What we've got over there, if you put your notebook on, and then we just put here, we can say white is credits, and we can just put in 5. Cool. And now, whenever you go to notebook, you can look at credits and you can see how many we got. Cool. Okay. So we've got 5 credits. What else happens? Choose 1 tech ability. Shield charge, radar jam, cloak, targeted ion, target lock, or beam repair. Okay, so we've got to try and find these the ship ability. No, these tech abilities. I think they're somewhere over here. They are. Right, so I'm going to presume this is in here. So yeah, target lock. Oh, target lock is always fun. 10. What does that mean? Level 10? Level 10? Yes. No. 20 credits. These are credits. That's the cost in credits. But I presume I'm getting one of these for free. Yes, because they cost 10 credits and I haven't got 10 credits. So I could have target lock. I do like target lock. I do quite like shield charge, especially with what I've got. I've got a whole. No. Cloaks. Cloak's quite cool. It makes you invisible, so they can't target you. You get into an uber position. I think. So how many cost 4 supply to do this? What does that mean? I think that means it. I don't get that. It's got 2 supply and it costs 4 supply. Huh? Not really sure what that. I'll have to read the rule book about what that symbol means instead of a dot. Oh, that's got it as well. Oh, target lock's got it as well. Right, we need to look at. Oops, we need to look at that. So, apologies about this. What does that symbol mean? Puts it as well back here. Attack, move, rotate. See, that's the action slot. So what does 4 cubes mean in action slot? Oh dear, I don't know. Oh, the movement got a supply as well. Oh, that had a supply as well. So that should have been. I used it once. Yeah, so I should have noticed that. Oh, that's the difference. They've actually put a supply to the movements. That's why they're cheaper. Cool. I don't know what that. Supply action slot. Players may reduce the action supply by 1 to perform this action. Players do not need to assign an action dice. Oh, okay. You don't need a dice to do it. Wow. That's cool. Okay. Okay. That's crazy good. I think target lock. I think definitely target lock. Radar jam's quite cool as well to give disadvantage. No, I'm getting target lock. Cool. Okay, so made a decision. I'm going target lock, and we can put this now in our first tech with 2 supply, and we can refresh it. Oh, maybe you can't. I don't know. Have they changed the rules on that? I don't know. Go to conclusion. So we've done all that. Your ships turn back to join the Sparrow, and in the far distance, flashes of light catch your eye near Medelia. So it's the same story. One after the other, an armada of huge Rathan capital ships warp into orbit off the planet. Then more distant flashes, weapons fire. You try to convince yourself that's not what you're seeing, but you know better. The comms from the Sparrow is alive with people talking over one another on every single channel you try. What are we going to do? I can't. We must be taking out the satellites, and there many are there. There's too many other regroup at the following coordinate. Finally, you find the comm channel carrying your docking beacon. Cadets, get back here now. Medelia is under attack, and it's not going well. We're leading the retreat, but surely there is time to fight back. So, if I remember rightly, there's still a choice. Regroup at the Sparrow, or ignore the Sparrow and go to Medelia. I think I ignored the Sparrow last time and went to Medelia. I can't remember which one I did. It's so long ago. I'm going to regroup with the Sparrow. So I don't think I did that last time. And do Dutiful. So we gain this ability. Now, if I remember seeing it rightly, it is here. So is this movable? Let's make sure. Whoops. Let's make sure we lock this. So let's draw on here that we are dutiful. Okay. So that's quite important. Right. Okay. So we've done that one. And then go to scenario 2, which is eliminate all Ronin ships. Wow, so we've got a planet that you can't go into. We've got asteroids. We've got nebula, which you can go through, but you lose shields. So when you go through these, you lose hull points. When you go through these, you lose shields. We've got just 2 Ronin scouts, it seems. Any special objectives? Eliminate all Ronin ships to create an open path for the retreat from Medelia. You've been rewarded a pilot skill point and ship upgrade. Oh, have we? Well, I don't know if that should be there or if it should be down here. And also, why are there 2 rewards? I think this should say failure. Isn't that right? Is green success? Blue is failure, so is that in blue? Yes, it is. So this should just say failure here. I think this should be down here, like afterwards. Maybe it needs something there, because I read that as objective and then learn to play. Oh, I've got a skill point. Cool. I'm going to put my skill point in my ship upgrade. But you don't get that until after this scenario. So that just needs just a little bit of tweaking. But hey ho, that's what it means. Cool, a cool looking scenario here. I do like that. And we can just change things that we've got on this board. So we're going to need no Sparrow this time, so we can just chuck Sparrow around. Let's put that back onto Tome 1. We have got an asteroid. Let's put ourselves down here to start with. We have got an asteroid that's We need to unlock these now, which I think is here. No, it was exactly where it was. Yes, it was exactly where it was. Difference is, of course, then we've got... No, that doesn't make sense. Is that it? Is that right? 2 up, yes. And then it's just there and there, right? Yeah, that's better. So I think does that change? I don't think it did it? Then let's lock, and bring those down to somewhere like there. So if we follow 4 up, that's right, to there. Unlock those. And then these aren't used, so I can just get rid of those. Then we need a planet. I presume it'll be on the other side of this. Oh my god. Let's just use this. I think this is the same size, right? To be 3 away, 2 up. Then we need a nebula. So let's grab one of these. And we'll place this 3 up from this, like so. Then we'll clone this and go kaplonk, kaplonk, and lock these. And lock this, and that is now pretty much it. We've got a Ronin Scout 1, who is here, and a Ronin Scout 2, which is here. So this... More debris. I think this is the point. This is like a tutorial, right? So this is trying to show that you've got more obstacles, I suppose you call them, to navigate round and to utilize. So this is all part of a tutorial. Pick up these, obviously shuffle them all in. Now what I don't know, what's not being explained, is do we heal back up and get all our hull, or do we just carry on from where we are? I know we keep our stress. That's definitely true. But do we heal up between? I really don't know. Did it say somewhere in here? I think it did before, did it? Conclusion. It doesn't say anything about healing back up. Set as part of the solo battles, before engaging in space with players must complete scenario setup. Set the hull and shield back a track to the starting values. So yes, you do. Set the supply levels shown on the upgrade abilities on the player board. Cool. Okay, so yes, we do. That's useful to know. So I get my 2 shield and my 6 hull back. I get all my supply back. That's 3. That's 2. And we keep our 1 stress, of course. That continues, and then we are ready to do our second mission. So I'm going to save it here, and join me again for number 2, and then we'll see how this progression sheet works. A lot of it's the same scenarios. There might be some differences. Might see a bit of world exploration. That has got some of that here. We've also got this draconian space system to see what happens when we explore through the draconian space system. Maybe we'll have a chance of doing that at some point. And we'll see how it goes. So until next time, I'll see you then.